The Friday Night Football Frenzy is brought to you by Nichols College. Learn, lead, succeed. The Friday Night Football Frenzy is presented by Bay State Savings Bank.
Coming up next on the Friday Night Football Frenzy, 3 yards in a cloud of rubber pellets. The Shepherd Hill Rams visit the mountaintop to battle Wachusett. Algonquin looks to continue their strong start as the T-Hawks host North Middlesex. And Groton-Dunstable goes for the upset as the Crusaders host the Nashoba Chieftains. First hit, baby. The frenzy begins right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Frenzy. Kevin Shea and Andy Lacombe. After a week of playing in courts, it's time to play on the field with all the players that should be playing on the field.
And you know what? We're talking about football tonight, which is a good thing. And we have a big matchup for both squads when you're talking about Shepherd Hill and Wachusett. The Mountaineers undefeated, the Rams in desperate need of a win tonight.
Yeah, Shepherd Hill at full strength finally as well. All present and accounted for tonight on the mountaintop. Kevin Mensah playing for the Hill against Wachusett. Pick this one up in the third quarter, 21-all. Shepherd Hill driving. Fumble and Josh Furtado recovers for Wachusett. Moving to the fourth quarter now. Mike Fiorelli firing to Blake Lewis and a big gainer. Couple plays later. Furtado gets some great blocking, gets to the outside, in for the touchdown, and it's 28-21, Wachusett in front. And the crowd's going nuts. The Badlands in camo tonight. They were outstanding. Shepherd Hill looking to answer. Mensah showing you the speed, the power. Just a strong run for Kevin Mensah getting into Wachusett territory. But the Wachusett defense bowing up. Zach Van Dale. Jean-Claude Van Dale with a great open field tackle, and Wachusett holds them. Shepherd Hill gets the ball back with 3:48 to play. Zach Nato leading the Mountaineer defensive charge. And the crowd's loving it in the pouring rain. 2:28 left. 4th and 8 for the Hill. Last chance. Deep throw. Dan Turgeon breaks it up for Wachusett. And the Mountaineers win it. 28-21, your final.
Bloodsport, Van Dale's best movie, by the way. Grafton honoring Paralympic star Chaz Davis. Competed for Team USA, the Grafton native. It's Grafton and Oakmont. Scores first half. Connor McBride fakes the punt for the Spartans to pick up a first down. But here comes Grafton. Afitu Melafanu on the carry, dragging defenders into the end zone. 7-0, Grafton. Melafanu then on the carry. And the ball's jarred loose. Oakmont defense making a play. Jamison McCarthy recovering. Following play, Oakmont's Seamus Gorman. Brought down by Sean Dealey, and the Grafton defense is on lockdown again. Call the sheriff. Following, here comes Grafton. Ethan Farah up the sideline. 35 yards to the house. It's 13-0 Indians. Second quarter is Oakmont Seamus Gorman, brought down by Adam Swirling. Grafton takes over on downs. Grafton's Matthew Holbrook hitting Sean Dealey. 2-point conversion good. 21-0 Grafton. After a Jack Fontana touchdown, Holbrook finds Fontana for 2 more points. It's 29-0 Grafton. Then it's Afitu Melafanu, 35 yards. 36-0 Grafton. The Indians get a big win, 48-8. They remain perfect.
The Big E is open and running. All right, Doherty and Tantasqua. And Chris Schoen throwing for Doherty and hooking up with J.J. early in the end zone.
J.J.
Tying the game up at 7-all in the third quarter. Chris Schoen not done. Hands it off this time to Tejan Vassar. Vassar pounds it into the end zone. 14-7 now, Doherty in front. Colin Eliason firing to Stephen Cook. Ooh. Going up and high pointing the football.
Love that.
Taking it away from the defender. It's 14-13. That's how it ends. Doherty hangs on. They win a thriller. 14-13, your final.
Here comes Algonquin hosting North Middlesex tonight. Best entrance in high school football. The T-Hawks know how to do it. First quarter, Patriots D looking good. Cameron Meserve with a big stick. And he's feeling it. Next, Algonquin possession of Max Sarasoli warming up the diesel. Look at him dragging some people, and they had to horse collar him to get him down. So add 15, a big gainer for Algonquin. Sets up Brett Sherman, marching to the end zone. Sherman's into the land of 6. It's 7-0. T-Hawks.
Little history reference.
You got it. Civil War buff, folks. Second quarter, North Middlesex driving. Joseph Haskins, the quarterback. This is a quarterback running, Kev.
Wow.
That's my quarterback. Haskins picking up the first down. Good stuff from the captain.
That's good toughness.
Haskins then hitting Zach Wheeler rather. Zach Wheeler's going to barrel down inside the 2-yard line. Pretty good open field tackle there from the Gonk. Patriots, though, would cash in. Jacob Hatchie. Watch this little spin. Whoop. Oh, dipsy-do, Kevin! 7-7 at that point. Late first half, Algonquin airing it out, looking for the lead. Xavier Marty with the pick. He high-pointed the football. Great interception at the 1-yard line. We're tied at the half. It's all Algonquin second half. Gonk wins 34-7.
Talk about every week, all right? If something happens, a play by them, how do you respond? Okay? How do you respond? They move on it, it's fine. We come back at them, okay? We need to get on it from the start. We need to get going. Let's go. Let's go!
All right, Jamie Tucker getting the Nashoba fired up and ready for this one at Groton-Dunstable. First visit to Groton for Nashoba. First quarter Nashoba, tough run alert. Nick Rogers on the sweep, and Rogers with some tough sledding down inside the Groton-Dunstable 10-yard line. Next play, big Kyle Hume. Hume smashes it in from 4 yards out, 7-0 Nashoba. Hume's like a Tonka truck, just barreling over things. Groton-Dunstable looking to answer. Michael Tamaro, long ball, Nate Mansour. High points the football, fundamentals, interception. And it's a great return, too. Mansour's not done. And he gets it deep inside Crusader territory. Jake Fire, member of the all-name team. Jake Fire follows his Hogs up front. Fire! Pushes it in from a couple yards out. The Chieftains up 13-0. Nashoba goes on to win this one 34-17. So that one's big. Going to take you right back, though, to the Shepherd Hill-Wachusett game. And you got to take your hat off to Wachusett. They played phenomenal team defense in the second half. The first half of this game, each team scored. It was 6 straight possessions with a touchdown, 21 all at the half. Second half adjustments made by Wachusett were great. They swarmed to the football and clock management. There is no one better than the Wachusett coaching staff and the players with clock management. From the quarterback on down, everyone taking every second off that play clock once they got that lead, draining it down. That was a big factor in this game.
Huge win for Wachusett as they keep rolling. I'm looking right now at a team like Grafton, a team that I thought would be pretty good in their division, and they're looking pretty good right now 3 weeks in. And it's Ifitu Melifanu and a ton of other guys making big-time plays. You saw Fontana and Dealey and guys making plays today for Grafton against an Oakmont team that gave Leominster all they could handle a week ago, Kev. So, they convincingly beat the Spartans tonight. Grafton looks good.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Nashoba looks great as well. State title a year ago. They lost so many kids from that team, graduated a ton, but you look at the talent that comes back, Mansour and Hume, and the guys up front. Their pit crew right now, their line is very physical, very strong. They're winning the games up front. They're pushing people off the ball, and those running backs are tough. They run that wing tee very, very well under Jamie Tucker.
Yeah, Algonquin's undefeated and looking good defensively, offensively. They got some big guys in the trenches as well. And so now as Algonquin looks ahead week to week, Shepherd Hill, then they look to Wachusett. There are some huge matchups in that division that are going to decide playoff berths here in the next couple of weeks. It's just getting started. We have some good football going.
And Doherty, the Doherty Express continuing to roll on. They win a squeaker at the General's Den tonight, 14-13. The aerial circus continuing for the Highlanders. We're continuing too with more of the Frenzy right after this.
The Friday Night Football Frenzy is presented by Bay State Savings Bank.
All right, welcome back. Well, as we said, we're just getting started because we were all over Central Mass tonight and some real good games here in Week 3 as we're almost to the midway point of the regular season, which is hard to believe, but only 8 weeks in the regular season.
Yeah, and teams starting to figure out where they stand. But, a team in Worcester Tech tonight getting to play at home. Not
Wow.
at the General's Den, Commerce Bank Field, playing at home tonight. This is up at Worcester Tech. The lights are on, the grass is cut. Here come the Eagles taking on BMR. Robbie Seifring from BMR airing it out. Phenomenal pick. Tech's Adam Pascal with the pick. An amazing grab. Yeah, he knows it. Going the other way to the second quarter, and it's Pascal handing to David Kerrigan. Runs it into the end zone. 2-point conversion would be good. It's 8-0 Worcester Tech. Chargers ball now, and here's Seifring taking the snap and rolling with it. Tough run, tough gain up the middle. A few plays later, the quarterback, Seifring, just does escape, and he's off, fighting his way down to the 1-yard line. A couple plays later, next play rather, Brian Saru going in for a touchdown. The Chargers are on the board. BMR going for 2. Seifring rolls, finds Jake Wallensack, and we're tied at 8. But it's Worcester Tech from there. The Eagles get the win. 30-8, your final.
All right, we got Millbury and Southbridge. And we pick this one up. Southbridge receiving the punt. It is Jose Torres receiving for Southbridge. No fair catch for Torres. Great guts, great courage, and he's taken off down the right side. Now he cuts it back. Torres taking it to the house. Land of 6 for Jose Torres, 6-0. Southbridge in front. Southbridge, Ethan Champeau hands it off to Edwin Morales. And Morales, green grass and high tides forever. A lot of empty space there. That's great blocking. 12-0. The Southbridge Pioneers. Millbury answering, the freshman, Anthony Greenwich on the keeper. Greenwich hits pay dirt. Now it's a 12-6 ball game. But Southbridge coming right back. Edwin Morales breaking out of the pack. Morales, love it. Lowering the shoulder, sideline run, not going to be denied. He gets into the end zone. Southbridge gets the win, 39-12.
Marlboro hosting Algonquin, the Panther Band crushing it at halftime. Little Earth, Wind and Fire, Chicago, some Led Zeppelin. Shay, you would have loved it, all from your era. Third quarter, 26-7 Marlboro. The Westboro D forces the turnover. Martin Moran recovering the fumble. There he is.
The old news director?
No, that was Martin Morenz.
Oh.
No relation. It's a recovery for Westboro. Panthers would get it back. Later in the quarter, Luke Goulet punching in the touchdown. Made it 33-7. Goulet cramped up a little bit. He was fine. But that's why he was laying down a little there after the TD. Fourth quarter, Rangers going for it on fourth down. Mike Keogh behind an Avery Andrews block, picking up the first. Rangers then throwing in the rain. Here's another high point. Connor McCabe high pointing the football for another interception. Secondary getting a lot of love tonight.
I think that was a great 80s song, Throwing in the Rain. That was my era.
Owen Capadonna and Marlboro too much tonight. Marlboro gets the win, 33-7.
They played at the roller rink for couple skates. Clinton and Lunenburg tonight. Pick it up in the third quarter. Clinton up 21-20. Jack McKevely running, looking, hooking up with Nicholas Huntington. And Huntington gets himself a first down. And now Jose Nieves taking the handoff. Nieves gets some good blocking and barreling his way into the end zone. That's how you finish a run. 28-20, Clinton in front, and the cheerleaders are doing backflips. Later in the quarter, it's Clinton again. McKevely taking himself for a big gainer. And now it's Kobe Fetsomfu. He's in for the touchdown. Clinton up 34-20. Hail, hail the green and gold. Clinton goes on to win this one, 41-26.
Here we are in Auburn, and the Rockets are up 30-7 in the third quarter on Hudson. Steve Saucier, the quarterback, rumbling. Sauce picking up some yardage. He had a nice night. Then it's Tom DiBattista with some good defense there from Hudson, but Auburn got it back, and Jack LaPro goes in for a touchdown. They led 37-7. Hudson, the handoff to Austin Berry. Running up, good placement, good yardage rather, and here comes Hudson's Tony Francolini going in for the TD. 37-14, Auburn gets the win. Saucier 112 yards rushing and 100 yards passing tonight for the Rockets.
Good night for the Sauceman. The Rockets are undefeated. Defensive coordinator Mike Tolman and Cole McCoubry leading West Boylston against Murdoch. First quarter scoreless game. Cole McCoubry, speed, power, the whole package. And he's got a touchdown. WB's on the board. It is 6-0 West Boylston.
This looks like a black and blue scrimmage. It's like the same uniform.
Next West Boylston possession. Drew Boston with a great run. Spinning through tacklers. We know he doesn't get his speed from his grandfather.
Nope.
That comes from his mom.
Yep.
His grandfather knows that too. McCoubry gets good blocking, and Cole McCoubry can do the rest with great speed. Takes it down to the 14-yard line. Brandon Anderson. Great run. Look at Anderson. He gets some blocking out front, stretches at the end, breaks the plane, land of 6. 12-0 West Boylston in front. And the WB going for 2. McCoubry into the end zone, standing and untouched. 14-0 Lions. WB goes on to win this one 34-6.
Rewind. Monty Tech and Oxford tonight. There's the color guard welcoming us to the game.
All right, I like it.
In Monty, we
give you a good look at the color
get
guard.
a good look at him.
Fine,
Charlie
strong
Griggs with the handoff to Mateo Serrano, and Serrano goes in. It's 6-0 Bulldogs.
Serrano's got the disc. I got the Duke.
Griggs on the keeper made it 12-0, and they're going for 2, and it's Tyler Pop. You need a Tyler Pop highlight for Monty Tech. It's 14-0. Griggs then giving it to Kirby Martin, airing it out to Martin. Kirby's in 18-0. O-Town coming back. It's Joel Erickson finding Dave Meach, the great pitcher. Meach is in for a touchdown. 18-6 at this point. But Monty Tech looking good. Nate Aponte running the football, getting the blocks outside, going in. Monty Tech gets the win 40-12 tonight.
Up in the hinterlands, it is Quabbin and North, and this was a shootout. First quarter, scoreless game after North blocked a punt. Quasi Casey in for the touchdown for North. It is 7-0 Polar Bears in front. Quabbin answering. Ryan Malkowski going up top to Zach Coffin for the touchdown. It is a 7-6 game. North coming right back. Casey in the Wildcat offense. Takes the direct snap, and then Casey showing off the speed. Straight up the gut, sprinting to 6. It is 13-6 North in front. Quabbin coming back. Malkowski, a dart to Travis Lanfer, and Lanfer with some tough running after the catch. Wouldn't be denied. Plowing into the end zone. Panthers get the 2-point conversion. They're up 14-13. Malkowski running the option. Pitches at the last possible minute to Colby Smith, and Mr. Smith doing the rest. Cutting, weaving, just booking it to the end zone.
Mr. Smith goes to the end zone. That was a good movie.
Too soon. 20-13, Quabbin. Malkowski, the fade to Lanford, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
All right, well, no, that's
Touchdown.
not the movie I was referring to.
28-13.
Oh, Brangelina.
Quabbin in front.
R.I.P.
North coming back. Javon Torres with a touchdown run. 28-21. Polar Bears down by 7. Quabbin wins this one 50-43. Your final.
Apologies for my friend here, for those of you who like the classics. Maynard and Littleton in a battle of the Tigers tonight. Third quarter, Maynard's up 6-0, but not for long. Eric Brocker, tough run for a 4-yard score. Conversion no good. We're tied at 6, but the Tigers of Littleton jacked and pumped. Maynard defense coming up big. Ball's on the ground. Nate Duplessis picking it up. It's a scoop and score there. Could barely see him. He snuck away. Maynard's up 12-6. More Maynard defense. Littleton going for it on 4th and long. Ryan McCormick with a big interception and a big return. McCormick has come down from the Highlands, and he's got the pick. The Maynard students saluting their classmate. There they are.
That's a good American crowd.
Yeah, good
too. They get the
patriotic
stars and
group.
stripes out there.
Fourth quarter, Alex Longo from a couple yards out goes in. Maynard's up 20-6. That's your final. Tigers get the win, 26.
All right, so there you go. We'll take you back first to the WB game in West Boylston, coming off that tough loss a week ago to Grafton. They rebound, and they do it the way they know how, with a physical, punishing ground attack, black and blue style, and they spread the ball around, too, and a big win tonight at home.
Hey, you know, Auburn got off to a really good start here tonight. Steve Saucier doing things for them, and they're 3-0, quietly building a little bit of momentum here in this season. They get a win over Hudson. Marlboro's a team, and I got to see him tonight. They're always going to be in a game, Kev, and they battled a Westboro team tonight, and Marlboro with Capadonna. They've got some talent over there. They're going to be a tough team. Tough out.
Well, I've been putting up video game-like numbers again. I mean, you're talking 44 a week ago and now 50. Unbelievable. They're doing some things up in the hinterlands. All right, we're back with more after this. Welcome back, everyone. Abby Kelly and David Prouty. Prouty 2-0 on this young season, and Abby Kelly, again, getting their feet under him still as a varsity program and looking good. So pick this one up in the second quarter. It is an 8-6 Prouty lead. Prouty in the red zone. Darrell Beer Jr. comes flying up the middle into the end zone for the touchdown. 2-point conversion's good, and the Panthers lead it 16-6. Later in the second, Beer taking the handoff, and see you later. Darrell Beer taking it 40 yards to the land of 6, and Prouty is up 22-6. Abby Kelly knocking on the door, first and goal. Exos Niembo bashing his way in for the Bears. 2 points good, it's 22-14, Panthers on top. Still in the second. Prouty driving again. And this time the Abby Kelly defense coming up big, stripping the football. Abby Kelly recovers with seconds remaining in the half. Noah Cristo finds Amika Iguatu in the end zone for the touchdown. Great catch. 2-point conversion's good. We're tied at 22. Prouty wins it 38-36. The Panthers are 3-0. Narragansett and Air. Narragansett quarterback Bailey Valancourt. A little play action. Valancourt rolling. Tucks it himself and takes off. And Valancourt picking up a good chunk of change and a first down for Gansett. Next play, it is Valancourt again. This time hands it off to Jake Mott. Mott with a good gainer. Mott just driving those legs like pistons. A few plays later, fourth down. Gansett's going to go for it. Valancourt tosses it out to Mott again. Mott, great misdirection. Gets some good seal blocks on the right side. Down the sideline, into the end zone for the touchdown. Extra points good. 7-0 Narragansett. Gansett wins tonight, 40-19.
Our game of the week features the Holy Cross Football Crusaders on their homecoming game taking on Dartmouth. The Crusaders have lost 2 in a row and need to right the ship here on Saturday against a pretty good Dartmouth team who's already knocked off a ranked team in UNH. Tom Gilmore says there's a big difference between 2-2 and 1-3, but he wants his team to get better with a win this week.
Seeing what Dartmouth did against UNH, they're a very sound team. They're not going to do crazy things and put themselves out of position. They force you to beat them. And, we're just going to have to play very, very well. We're going to have to be schematically sound, and we're going to have to be a lot better technically than we were the last 2 weeks.
Other than Harvard, the last game outside of the league, and the league is where you guys go on from. Wins are important every week, but the difference between 2-2 and 1-3, how big is that from a momentum standpoint, and how big is getting a win this week?
I think it's huge. It just creates a different atmosphere, but you hit the nail on the head. Winning the league is the most important thing, and we're trying to win every game. But from a coaching standpoint, I want to make sure that we're improving the team and making sure that we're ready for league play first and foremost. But don't take that that we're not trying to win this game or any other game, because we really are, and we're going to prepare and game plan the best we can to win this game.
All right, Dartmouth and Holy Cross. See the game live on Charter TV3. Our coverage begins at 1 o'clock from Fitton Field. And Dartmouth has a quarterback in Jack Hennigan, who just won the gold helmet for his performance. He's a quarterback who can throw and who can run, and those are the types of quarterbacks, the guys who can run, that have hurt Holy Cross so far this year. It's going to be a big one for Holy Cross to try to bounce back, Kev.
Yeah, I look at a lot on the shoulders of that linebacking core for Holy Cross tomorrow. The linebackers are the guys that are going to have to keep that Dartmouth quarterback in check. You got to get in your drop quickly, find if the tight end or there's crossing routes coming underneath, but always keeping an eye on the quarterback, making sure he commits to the run before you come up. And if he's staying back, you got to stay with your man. So a lot riding on the linebacking core for Holy Cross. And I think, again, if the Satyrs can get a lead early, that's going to help, especially playing at home.
Yeah, you know what? Holy Cross, Peter Pujols has had a great year so far. Buddy Tevens and Tom Gilmore know each other. In fact, there are Tevens all over Central Mass. That'll be the former Wachusett guys that'll be watching this game as well. All right, well, we're coming back with Man of the Match right after this.
The Friday Night Football Frenzy is brought to you by Nichols College. Learn, lead, succeed. Verterra Nissan of Auburn. Unibank. Pucci Spine Jewelry. The law offices of Joseph J. Carigula. The Sullivan Group. The Central Mass Safety Council. Holy Cross Athletics. Visit us online at goholycross.com. Mid-State Auto of Auburn and Milford Federal.
All right, man of the match time. My man of the match is Quabbin quarterback Ryan Malkowski. Threw for 415 yards and 6 touchdowns, including the game-winning touchdown with 5 seconds left. And Malkowski even played linebacker tonight. Usually he doesn't play defense. I love those tough quarterbacks.
I'm going with Worcester Tech's David Kerrigan, who had 3 touchdowns tonight, really controlled it on the ground for the Eagles, who got a win at home, their first win of the season, and it was on their home soil for the first time under the lights tonight. David Kerrigan's my man of the match. Shout out to my man Darrell Beard Jr., who I've never met, but he continues to rack up yardage. And, you know, you had guys tonight, Kevin Mensah performing well, a guy who's being looked at at the next level. Ifeatu Melifonwu had coaches from Syracuse in the crowd today watching him at Grafton. You know, you got big-time players playing big roles tonight.
Yeah, and McCoubry, another Division I prospect who played well tonight. But my honorary man of the match would go to that Wachusett defense, pitching a shutout in the second half. And Kevin Mensah is awesome, and everyone talked about it. You got to the game, everyone's talking about, man, you should see Mensah. He's the real deal. He flies. He's so fast. He's so powerful. And that Wachusett defense able to bottle him up in the second half. So they would be my honorary man of the match. And you know what? Mountaineers are 3-0. 3-0.
Looking good. I think that division's
wide open.
Wide open.
Wait for, well, certainly those last 2 playoff spots. I mean, Wachusett right now has a big foot in the door at 3-0. And you look at St. John's and Leominster, but then Algonquin's there. Shepherd Hill could be there. They may have to run the table to get in. It's going to be interesting these, weeks 4 through 8.
All right, that's it. Now it's time for us to wrap up.
We're going to
have Holy Cross
meatballs.
Tomorrow at 1, it's time to eat.
Pam and Lacombe cooking meatballs tonight.